Alright, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises and glories due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Bakwapadash, and laws to the head apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to all the Yakim around the world that's pushing this word abroad with the spirit and power of our Lord Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua. So, pretty much, a lot of things are happening. Things are going down. You see Esau, the powers that be, here it is. This Title 42 is about to expire. Had expired already, and now you've got the northern tribe, which Esau, they call them illegal aliens, which we were already over here first. Now they're free to cross the border. Now they're starting to let them in now, and you have to ask yourself the question: why all of a sudden? Why now are they starting to let them in? Because Esau is going to use this. Really, it's because the workforce. Nobody wants to work. Really, here it is. Nobody's not working. Nobody wants to work. Here it is. These companies are struggling. Even at my job, like we got less people, These companies are hurting. And nobody wants to work. So, if the regular person doesn't want to work, then they're going to find somebody that will, And that's these illegal aliens, because they've been dying to get across the border real bad, and now Esau's letting them in.
Yeah, the
immigrants. It's really because tax purposes, really, and they could also use this as a means, because crime, and also use this as a means to usher in that MOTB. So Esau is a very dirty player. Real quick, if we could get let's start off with the book of 1 Corinthians 2 and 11.
The book of 1 Corinthians 2, verse 11 says, "For what man knoweth the spirit? For what man knoweth the things of man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so, the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High. Now we have not received the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High."
Actually, I think it's 2 Corinthians.
Not ignorant his direction. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 says, "Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
That's right. So let Satan get advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices. So this is one of his devices that he's using, because it's going to stir up a whole lot of tension, racial tension. Because you gotta ask yourself, you got these buses that are transporting, these immigrants. There's buses that's transporting them. So who's funding that? They're not funding it,
They can't afford it.
They can't afford it. So who's behind that? Esau Edom.
He's behind everything.
Yeah, Khan. So they're transporting them to different states, So logistically transporting them to different states. Why? Because these companies, they're hurting. Nobody wants to work.
Yeah, they need workers.
Yeah, they need workers.
Yeah, because the average American is a lazy son of a gun.
He's lazy, man. Especially you Negroes.
We got a reputation of being lazy. The average American, that's why they're fat as hell. Because they don't do nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They want to live off the government. You know? They want to eat government food, eat government cheese, man.
That's right.
And just chill.
Ever since the pandemic, y'all got lazy. Y'all were getting what, $612 a week?
Yeah, they was getting free money, man.
Free money. So that puts you in a state of laziness now, complacentness.
Why work where you can just depend on white people?
That's right. There it is. You were getting paid more than what they were paying you at your regular job.
Yeah, that's right.
So now you're like, wait a minute, I'm worth more than that now. Now I want more money, which these companies are not trying to give you more money.
Yeah, they're cheap bastards.
So here it is. You refuse to work now. Now they're gonna get somebody. Now if you can't work, they're gonna find someone that will. So it's all a big game. It's all a scheme. And then the taxes. Y'all complain that the taxes are gonna go up. Yeah, because Esau, your taxpayers, are the people, which Esau controls. Esau could dictate Esau could dictate the taxes that are being raised up to fund this, because it's coming out of your tax dollars, the American people's tax dollars. This is how they funded this shit.
Yeah, the taxpayer shall foot the bill.
That's right.
That's what they always do. When they bail out the banks, who pay for it? The taxpayer, man. The taxpayer pays for everything, man. You niggas get robbed by your government, by Uncle Sam. And then they raise the tax rate every year, man.
That's right.
They over there because they need more money, because this place is insolvent. You look up the word insolvent, means can't pay your bills. Got no cash flow. America's in debt up to the gills. That's why you look at the roads and infrastructure, it's all messed up, because they don't have nothing to pay for. All the money, they gotta keep printing money, man, which brings the value down.
That's right. Because all the money is going to the, mainly majority of the money is going to the military. It's going to the military. It's going to those gutter rats over there in Israel.
Yeah, right.
It's going, now, they're sending money over to Ukraine.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
right. It's all going to the wars.
That's right.
Hey, the F-35, the fighter jet?
Yeah,
they've been building that shit for like 20 years, man. And they have mad problems with it. Who's paying for it? The taxpayers, bro.
That's right.
Because Lockheed Martin, all these companies, they got contract with the government. They make billions of dollars off the war efforts, man. And then who they send over there to fight? Your kids, man. Over there to Afghanistan, all these countries, man.
Even recently, but the president over in Ukraine said that they need the American people's kids, his sons and kids need to come over to fight this war.
That's right.
So eventually that's what's going to happen with this Third World War, because you don't see a big line out there at these recruitment stations. You don't see a line, a 2-mile line down the road, of people wanting to enlist in the military, So what they're gonna have to do, they're gonna have to institute the draft. And who's gonna mainly be drafted? You so-called Negroes, and you Hispanics, and you Native and Seminole Indians,
the usual suspects.
Yeah.
You so-called Negroes, Latinos, you're the usual suspects. Anytime anybody needs to be put to work or risk their lives, they put you on the front line.
That's right.
That's why they letting the migrants in, because they want you to work. And then eventually, don't be surprised, they give them citizenship or some shit. And then, they send them over there to fight too.
That's right.
Promising them, money for their families and shit if they die.
Oh,
by the way, if you're in the military, you gotta take that CHIP. That's another thing too. Everybody in the military has a CHIP. They have a charagma, man. And those are the first guys that take it. They're the guinea pigs. You know?
That's right.
They were also obligated to take the jab, the stabbing jab. You know. Yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. Esau's a serpent. He's a cunning hunter. So that's what he does. He lures you in with like promises of good life and shit like that.
That's right.
But really, you sign a deal with the devil when you go over there and fight for him and you wear his badge and his flag and shit.
Yeah, come on.
You know, the guy Henry Kissinger said the soldiers are idiots. How do you say it? Soldiers are idiots. So they're basically like expendable, man. You know?
That's right. Pretty much, you call them nothing but pawns.
Yeah, pawns. Yeah.
You know, because that's what y'all are. Y'all nothing but pawns. You know?
Yeah, you just they move you. If you die, you die. Whatever. You know,
especially you Jakes on the sign right here.
That's right.
Y'all the biggest pawns in the game. You know. You know, y'all the biggest pawns in the game of Esau's game. You know, he uses you. You know. Why you think over there in Vietnam? You know, when Vietnam, who was at the forefront of that war? You know, you Jakes. You know.
Yep. And that's why you got a lot of Vietnamese kids over there that are actually Jakes.
Yeah.
The men went over there and dealt with the Cambodian Vietnamese women, which a lot of them are good looking. You know?
Yeah, we're all over the place. Actually. It's no different than back during the time of the Moors. You know, what happened with the Moors? You know, they killed off all the men, and they took the women as spoil, and that's just the spoil of war. You know, you know. So we're all. This is why we're scattered all over the world. You know, because our seed is pretty much all over the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wherever Jake goes, that's where they leave behind. You know, their seed, man. They pop the women.
You know, so yeah, you Jakes, you know, y'all just nothing but pawns in the game.
That's right.
I know. And really, when it comes to that stabbing jab too, who was really the main people to take that stabbing jab? You know, you Jakes.
Yeah, Jake was targeted, man.
You know.
They wanted you niggas to line up. They wasn't talking about Asians. They weren't talking about Hamites, you know, Africans. They were always pinpointing the Negro Latino. Oh, why they're dying so much at a higher rate? They're dying the same as everybody else. But they wanted you to go there first, man. The concern is about you because you're the main target.
That's right.
You know,
because we're high in population. You know.
Esau, he just hates our very existence, man. You know what I mean? He wants us to be the, you know, if he could, he wanted to exterminate us, man.
That's right, because it's all population control with this devil, you know. Because really, our population is one of the highest populations of in the whole world.
That's right.
You know. So pretty much his agenda. His agenda is to kill us. Can we get John chapter 10, verse 1?
Look at John chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber."
Yeah, John 10.
Okay, come down to the 10th verse. It says, "The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly."
That's right. The thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and destroy. You know, this is what the so-called white man's MO, mainly towards our people. You know, his job is to come and steal and kill and destroy us, and this is what he's been doing all this time. You know, he's been stealing from us and killing us and destroying us. You know, so as much with the stabbing jab. You know.
Yeah, he's a bloody man.
And there it is, y'all lost you know, some of y'all Jakes, y'all lost your job over there. You know, like the head of bishops, you know, the bishops, you know, we're just talking about, you know, on their live stream, you know.
Right.
And where's Dr. Fauci at? now you don't hear about him no more.
He's in the cave somewhere, man. Figuring out the next pandemic. That's what they do. They work behind the scenes, concocting drugs and diseases. He's into it with Bill Gates,
Yeah, of course. Because Bill Gates, he made a sermon. What he just did, he was at a university.
Yeah.
He was doing a speech saying that he wanted to reduce the population. He's talking about population control. Why is he so concerned with population control? Because he's juiced in with the elites. And really, he's just the front man, to push the elite's agenda.
Right. They're killing off all these chickens and shit. They're killing off all these animals, the cows and shit. And they're burning up all this farmland, I was ready to go. And also, but I said, this devil Bill Gates is nothing but a front man. And you can see that he's been pushing in the last 10 years or whatever. He's been pushing a lot for the vaccines. Like we all need to get vaccines. The whole world needs to get this and that. Not just the whole pandemic thing, but before that too. Bill Gates has been a big advocate for that shit, man. Because the elites want to push that agenda out there. See, you gotta watch what these major shakers and movers be saying, Because what comes out of their mouth really is what the elites' plans, man. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is another one of the high-ranking witches that the elites gave a big portion to, because he's pushing that whole Neuralink thing, man, which is basically the MOTB in a nutshell. Okay, him, Bezos, so on and so forth, man. They're all into it with this New World Order bullshit. Okay, but the New World Order is real. That's why the society's going cashless. Okay, the New World Order is real, where they said that you will owe nothing and be happy, and that's the plans of the elites. Because you see that everything is basically owned by the 1%. Like BlackRock, they hold all the basically all the portfolio of the country.
And also too, you got these biometrics in relation to your phone.
Oh yeah, biometrics.
You got biometrics. At the top of your hand, you can unlock your phone.
You just bring your face.
Yeah, bring your face.
Yeah.
That you got people. You can link your debit card with your phone now. Now you can,
you don't need your card anymore.
You don't need your card anymore.
All you just do is scan the phone.
Yeah, scan the phone.
Sometimes they have you scan your hand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really, and everything in your purchases is being tracked. By way of biometrics. So everything is being tracked already. So they're already tracking you already. What you're buying. The food that you're buying. Your purchases and everything. Everything is already being tracked already.
You gotta do your location,
everything. So they already got this system already in place now.
Yeah, that's right.
But now they want to come up with an excuse, to really have it be a part of your system. Now they want this whole system, this biometric system, a part of you. They want the system in you.
The Internet of Things.
You know what I mean? So that's the plan. Because it's already here already, but they want it a part of you. So this is where this devil, he wants total control. Total control. And then you got Then you got individuals saying that, oh, the MOTB is not important. That the chip is not important. Well, it is important. Because here it is, you're supposed to be a man of the Lord, right? You're supposed to be teaching truth, right? You're supposed to be warning the people, right? But you're deceiving the people. You know, over here you had like what, 23,000 views?
Right.
And you over here saying that, the chip, teaching about the chip is not important. So if one of your hearers, you know what I'm saying, hears that, and they apply it, they say, oh, well, you know, and then that thing gets implemented, and then he or she remembers what you said, you know, oh, it's not important, so they end up taking that, they end up taking the chip. Now you got blood on your hands now.
Yeah, you're guilty.
You know, now you're gonna cause them to be destroyed. You know, because if we could get Revelations 14:9, because this is what was said.
Yeah, Revelation 14:9 says the third angel follows them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, and to the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb." You see?
So that's destruction right there. They're gonna take part in that thermonuclear destruction. You know. So whoever takes that chip, you know, that's it. And if you're teaching, you know, if you're teaching a flock to take, you're teaching that it's not important, and they end up taking that thing, you know, now you got blood on your hands. Because you're supposed to be a watchman. You're supposed to be watching.
And the scripture says, "He that addeth and taketh away from the word, his name shall be blotted out with the light." You know, and the plagues that are written in the book shall be added onto you. So you add and take it away from the book. You're saying that we're in the new covenant. That's added to the book. Then you're taking away from the word, saying that it's not important to understand the mark of the beast. You know. So the Lord spoke about adding and taking away to the book.
You're leading the sheep to the slaughter.
The Lord said, "If you let me feed my lambs," what are you feeding them with? You're not feeding them with the truth. Because Scripture says in Revelation 19:10, the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So you're not prophesying no more, you know? Because you're basically telling the people that the wolf is not coming. You know? That Esau is not coming. He's not important. It doesn't matter. How many times this guy said Esau don't matter? Esau doesn't matter. It doesn't matter talking about Esau. You know?
Well, it does matter. Because it says right here.
Esau don't matter, you know. You don't have to be out there on the highways and byways. So how do people gonna know if we're not out here?
That's right.
That means you're not a real shepherd. But the shepherd don't care for the flock. The shepherds care for the flock. You know what I mean? You're a snake oil salesman.
Yeah, this is John. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he got but a short time." So if you're saying that Esau don't matter, you know what I mean, and we know that Esau's the devil, you know, and you're not warning the people of this devil's devices, you know what I'm saying, which is that MOTB, you know, then you're not a man of the Lord, period. Because what are you really teaching? You said, the main concern is for the election to be sealed, right? Well, how are they going to be sealed? You got to teach them the truth.
How they going to be sealed? They taking the mark.
That's right.
Well, the elect will not take it. The elect are not going to listen to no guy like you. The elect are going to, the scripture say they cannot be deceived.
That's right.
See, if this guy is deceived, that means he's not of the elect. You know? It is what it is. Him and his followers are not of the elect because they're teaching contrary to Yahweh Shai's word.
That's right.
You see? The scripture say, "Know whom thou of what, knowing of what whom thou has, knowing what have continuing the doctrine which thou hast learned, knowing of whom thou hast learned." You know, you the scripture say, "Meddle not with them that are given a change," switching up the doctrine at the end, knowing that what's coming, knowing you used to teach this. Okay, I'm speaking about this guy Bayah, man, because we don't say we did videos on it, you know, but we speaking on it because it's recent. This is like this week, you know, that we was that there, you know what I'm saying? But we don't care about guys like you, but we just do it for edification, man. Because at the end of the day, the scripture say, "Mark them that cause division," in Romans 16 and 17. Mark them that cause division according to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
That's right.
Because it says in verse 18, it says, "They that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shai, but they what? Serve their own belly." Because they're not doing the will of the Lord. They're trying to do their own thing, which eventually, hey, look at that. See, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
That's the spirit, man. You see, the creatures, they're tired of being in captivity, man.
That's right.
The creatures, they're tired, man. They come to the truth. They come to their true leaders, man. How many times that happened, bro? You see the dogs and shit like that, the cats, they try to fight their owners to come to us, bro. You know? But yeah, man, if you out there teaching bullshit, we gonna get on your ass. We gonna keep getting on you, man. We gonna keep getting on you.
Well, we're defenders of the gospel.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We're coming in that time, you know?
That's right.
We're definitely in the time where Esau's gonna bring that, MOTB, that shit. And the scriptures clearly said, we just read the scripture in Revelation 14 and 9. You know? So if you receive that thing, you're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, that's transgression of the law. The law says you shall make no cuttings in thy flesh for the dead. You cutting yourself open and putting something into you, that means that you're of the dead. Because the Lord said that you shall have no other God before me. You're making Esau the God before you, before the Most High. So you're saying basically that I would rather serve my master Esau. You know? Because when you go to the law about the oil and the slave master, they said after 7 years, the servant would have the opportunity to go free. But if you wanted to stay with his master, you would have to get the oil in his ear, you know, and get that mark like that's my slave. So basically, you're like Esau's perpetual slave when you take that thing.
That's right. And best belief, he knows about that too.
Yeah, he knows about that.
You know, I'm not the higher ups, the elites. You know, they know about that.
That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, that's why he's doing it.
That's why he's doing it. Yeah, he's pushing it more every day.
That's right.
Pretty soon you're going to see commercials for it. You know, advertisements. You see the celebrities. You know, all these celebrities, they're gonna be pushing it. And these little kids are doing TikTok challenges and shit. They're gonna promote that shit. You know, these young niggas and shit. You know, the rappers, the entertainers, they're gonna promote that thing, man. And most of the people gonna take it because they're sheep. That's right. That's gonna say my flock my people as a flock led to the slaughter.
That's right. So you take that chip, now what? You know?
There's no taking it out at the last second.
I don't know.
You know? And the scripture says, "Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power." And you're tempting the Lord by taking that thing. That's disrespect.
Yeah, this is what we're out here to warn you about. You know? We're out here to warn you about these things. Because the Lord said, give them warning from me. So we're out here to warn you about these things.
That's right. Whether they hear or forbear.
That's right. You know, because if we don't warn you, then the blood is going to be on our hands.
And the scripture says, be guiltless. You know? Be blameless.
Right.
So we're blameless because we're telling you before it happens. You see? But you got blood on your hands, Byron. You and you other guys, man. You guys got blood on your hands because you're not teaching the word. Oh, Nate, you got blood on your hands too. IUIC. Everybody that's not teaching them the prophecies of the Lord got blood on their hands, man. The Christian church. These damn Christian church niggas, they got blood on their hands. The Islamic Muslims, they got blood on their hands, man.
Yeah, a lot of blood on their hands.
Yeah, a lot of blood on their hands. The false prophets of our people, they have blood on their hands because they're not warning the people. They're not making our nation whole through the word. See? I said, sound the alarm I hold it now. Isaiah 6:6. You know? Blowing the trumpet in Zion. Okay, you're not blowing the trumpet. I mean, Isaiah 6:2. You're not making a call, man. The trumpet is a warning for the war. We're in a time of war. We're in a time of peace. You know, nigga talk about peace. We're in a time of peace, man. That's why the man of the Lord, the true man of the Lord, will be speaking about the downfall of this place, okay? This nigga said in his video, that week video he did 23,000 views. He said, you know, all you guys on the highways and byways do talk about death, you necromancers. You hear this? We're in a time of death, man. We're not in a time of peace right now. What's coming on planet Earth? Death first, and then life after that. Because it has to be a perfect balance, man. You can't have the kingdom of heaven come on earth, and there's not going to be no violence. Okay, because the Lord said that the Lord would plead, the Lord with his sword would plead with many flesh. Okay? Because of the wickedness of this place. The Lord has to bring forth judgment. You know? So, Scripture say evil men understand not judgment. Okay? If you're an evil nigga, you don't understand that. And you think, oh, it's hate. Well, the Lord's counsel is his determination is to gather nations and judge their asses. And a lot of them will put to death. You know? Even 2/3 of our own people. The Lord said, start my sanctuary first. 1 Peter 4:17. So the Lord gonna start with guys like you that perverse the doctrine of. And you was here at this very spot right here, teaching the word with us. But then you go and switch up. The Lord's gonna get your ass for that, unless you repent. Which I don't see you do it because you're proud, man. You know? You're proud as all hell. You think you're right. But the Lord's gonna get your ass, man. And we don't give a damn with how you feel like. Because you ain't really man enough to do anything about it any fucking way. Okay? And I say that shit if you was here too. Because you ain't right, man. You a damn shame. You should be ashamed of your fucking self, man. Teaching that shit. You know? And leading people astray. Leading many people astray. I don't know how the fuck they can listen to this shit, man. But here it is, us. We can't even get like 100, 200 viewers. That's crazy. But you see, that's why this world is full of folly, man. You know? This world is full of folly. Most of you niggas gonna die, alright? Because you follow niggas like this guy. You know? You're fools, man. You say, folly is set in great dignity and the rich set in low place, man. Guess what?
Alright, this is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, and the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet, and warn the people. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and take not warning, if the sword come upon and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Verse 5.
See, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Verse 5. He heard the sword, he heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
It said he heard the sound of the trumpet of the warning. How did he hear the sound of the trumpet? He heard his word. But he didn't take heed to the word. You see? That's anybody, you know? They hear this truth and they don't take heed to it. They don't take it serious. They think it's a joke. But it said his blood shall be upon him. You know? You're playing with your life. You're playing with the Most High. With the script say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, you know? So we're coming into them times where there's going to be a lot of judgment going forward. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Ready for one. Yeah, ready. Oh, buddy. Yeah, let's read on. Verse 6. But if the watchman seeth the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman upon the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word out of my mouth, and warn them from me. So this is our job, you know. When we're out here, we're watchmen. Because what we're watching for, we're seeing what's going on the media, you know. We're seeing these wars and rumors of wars.
That's right.
You know, we're seeing this this MOTB being coming into existence. You know, we're seeing all the atrocities that's going on. You know, so we're that watchmen because you know, you niggas, you don't like to watch the news. You know, we already know a nigga don't like to watch the news already. You know, we already know a nigga don't like to watch.
Nigga don't like to read.
read. You know what I'm saying? So we're out here. We've been set up as those watchmen to warn our people. So if you hear the word and you ignore it and then you scoff at the word, you know what I'm saying? Then the blood is gonna be on your hand.
You know, a nigga don't know nothing about no geopolitics, man.
That's right.
He don't know nothing about what's going on. All he knows is Chick-fil-A opened up down the street. You know, or the liquor store. The prices on weed. That's what he knows. You know, but what's really going on in the world, bro?
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta know what's going on in the world. Matter of fact, can I get this, bro? Go ahead. Habakkuk 2:1 that says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. See, so you're supposed to, the Lord set up the men to watch, man, and to warn the people. And you know what I'm saying? If you're not doing that, then that means you're not fulfilling, you know what I'm saying, the role. You're useless. You know? The Lord's gonna bring somebody in there to do the job, man. You know? Okay? Because we're supposed to warn. One of the main purposes of us being out here is to tell the people what's coming, man. No matter what the hell they say. How they feel about it, man. Oh, that's not gonna happen. Okay, whatever. But the reality is, everybody ain't built for that. Everybody ain't built like that because they want to do their own thing. They love this place. Really, the nigga that they ain't talking about prophecy, meaning he loved this place, man. And he want to stay here. You know? Because the prophecy really is for us to get the hell up out of here.
That's right. Really, he's hoping that it doesn't happen. That's the thing, you know. He's hoping it don't happen. But the Lord said it's gonna happen. You know, the Lord said it's gonna happen. You know, because it's prophecy. Because there it is, where when you Jakes can't eat, you know what I'm saying? When you Jakes you can't eat, then this is where you're gonna be running through and for. You know? Right. Let your plate get taken away from you. You can't eat. Then you're gonna come running trying to find the men of the Lord, but you're not gonna find us in that day.
Yeah, the Lord gonna hide us, man.
Yeah, the Lord gonna hide us.
And he gonna do like he told Ezekiel. He gonna make our tongue clean to the roof of our mouth. He said we will no longer be a reprover or a rebuker. We're just gonna be doing our, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go to them that buy it. Go to them that sell, buy it for yourselves, man. Like it says in Matthew 25. It speaks about the 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins. Five wise virgins took oil in their lamps, man. Okay, but the other 5 foolish virgins spent it all up. They took no oil in their lamps. You know?
Yeah, they take the oil in their lamps.
Meaning they didn't take heed, they didn't take the truth, man. They didn't have no more understanding. You know? They spent up the riches, the oil. The oil really goes into understanding. Knowledge.
That's right.
They let that oil they let that oil seep out. The oil, the Lord take the oil from you, that means that you got lost the spirit. They said in that it's like in Psalm 51, 9 and 10 said, take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. Cast me not away from thy presence, take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. When the Lord take the spirit from you, you're cast back into the world and you're worse than you were before. Okay? The latter end of that man is worse than when he came into the truth.
That's right.
The Lord put 7 wicked spirits on you, more wickeder than the first spirit. And that's what happens. You see guys wax worse and worse. The scripture speak about men waxing worse and worse. And you see it on full display. You know?
That's why it's important to stay prayed up.
That's right.
You know, use the tools.
That's right.
You know.
Be humble, man. You know? You gotta be humble, man. The Lord blow your candlestick. Now what? Now you just like any regular nigga.
That's right.
But worse.
That's right. You gotta know how to use those tools.
You gotta know how to shut the fuck up sometimes. You know? Gotta know how to continue to, learn and, how to be a brother. You know? Lord, take the spirit from your ass. You go around offending brothers and changing up the prophecies and doctrine. That's wickedness, man. And the Lord's watching everybody, man, and their behavior and their conduct, man. Scripture speak about your chaste conversation being in heaven, coupled with fear. The chaste conversation got to be coupled with fear, man.
That's right.
You don't have no fear of the Lord. You walk around with no fear, doing whatever you want, being a nigga. The Lord gonna get your ass, man. The Lord gonna get you, man. That's why he's gonna get the vast majority of the people in the world. Because their asses don't care about nothing. They're openly rebelling against the Most High. Against the Word. Which the Word is the testimony of the Lord.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because the scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the wicked one. You want to be doing what you need to be doing, And always, too, stay prayed up. Always pray without ceasing. Always stay prayed up. Important, you know what I'm saying? Praying is very important in this ministry. You know what I mean? So that's how you stay fastened, and that's how you stay on course, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta pray. If not, you're gonna lose your faith, man. You gotta have a proper relationship with the Most High, man.
I've been struggling with that. I've been struggling with it all day. But yeah, you always want to stay prayed up in this thing, Now prayer is more important than ever, in this ministry. Always stay prayed up. And this is what we constantly stress from the head apostles on down. Prayer. Because you don't want to have that reprobate mind, given over to a reprobate mind. You know what I mean? And you start going off on the doctrine. Now judgment is pursuing you. The judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is pursuing you. So, you don't want that. So you always got to stay humbled, stay prayed up. So this is Revelation chapter 2 verse 14. It says, "But I have a few things against thee, because thou there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat the things of sacrifice unto idols, and to commit fornication." So hast thou also them that hold the doctrine of Nicotitous, which the thing I hate. You know.
Yeah, but most of our people are in that spirit, man. Yeah, they're in that fucking spirit. They're in the spirit of the damn devil. You know, they're in the spirit of folly, of wickedness. You know, it says that they're given over unto Satan. The Lord has delivered most of these people unto Satan. You know, because if you're not part of the elect, the 1/3, that means that you're delivered unto Satan. That's why we always stress the importance of the elect, because the elect are the ones that the Lord is, you know what I'm saying, he's working with. All right? This is who the Lord opened their eyes, and he's continuing to maintain the faith. If you don't maintain the faith, that means the Lord is not with you. And that's a scary thing. Okay? Because we receive mercy from the Most High, man. To know this knowledge, to know this truth, to be out here teaching constantly, to be doing videos, edification, to understand, man, that's a blessing. That's a true blessing, man. So you take that and you cherish it, man. And you continue to push. That's why the scripture say, make that calling and election sure. Give all diligence to make that calling and election sure. Because we've been called onto this thing, man. We've been called into this faith for a reason. In order to continue to push and further the word of the Lord. Not to further our own fucking wicked agenda or our feelings and shit like that. Our feelings are not important. What matters is the word of the Most High for it to go forth. It says in Isaiah 55:11, it says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish the things whereto I sent it." You know? So the word of the Lord has to be accomplished, man. And that's what we're here for. To further the gospel, man. Okay? We're not here to further our fucking personal agenda or to get recognition and clickbait and people and shit. The praise and the fame is gonna come from the Lord. Not from our own, carnal means and shit, you know. But the scripture say was highly esteemed amongst men is an abomination. We don't want to be highly esteemed in this world. But this world is wicked. If you're highly esteemed in this world, that means you're wicked. So you should be focusing on your salvation with fear and trembling. You say, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay? Because the Lord is coming to judge this place, man. Okay? And he's going to catch most of you as a thief in the night. As scripture says, as a thief in the night. He's going to catch you with your pants down. You know what I'm saying? Taking a number 2. And by the time you know it, your ass going to be too late for you, man. Because you yet to take heed to the word, to the words that haven't fought, but you take heed to Dr. Fauci, though. Dr. Fauci said go take a stab and jab experimental drug, and you're going to say, okay, no problem. going to line up because Dr. Fauci and them got the power to make sure that your ass don't eat. Okay? Especially you tribes, man. You're on a poverty, you're on a low level. So you say you do and say whatever the white man does. Whatever he says, Salaki. And what he does, you know. You follow suit. You don't question shit. That's another thing. You niggas don't question shit. Alright? You gotta question why you always being targeted, why you being killed in the streets, why they feed you all kind of GMO drugs, GMO foods, and why you at the bottom. You gotta question shit. Put pieces together. Okay, put the pieces together. As the Church of Berea did. The Lord commended the Church of Berea because they was in the spirit. They was searching out the information. They were searching out the scriptures, as the scriptures tell us to do. Okay? Search the scriptures for in them you think you have life. In the book of John, the 5th chapter. Okay? You're supposed to search these scriptures because we understand that the world they fed us all kind of bullshit. These heathen nations, the white man, all these people, they done fed our people a bunch of bullshit. Okay? Women are over the men. Democracy, gay rights, all this bullshit. That's bullshit. Christianity. Okay? That's nothing but garbage. Okay? The scriptures say, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None shall want her mate. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. The book of the Lord is the commandments of life. It's Sirach 19:19. Okay? The words of the Lord, man. See, this is why you think our people are mixed up in so much abomination. And they worship all these different gods, because they don't know the knowledge. They don't know the truth. Hosea 4:6 said my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You know? People are destroyed. Completely gone in the brain. You gotta have the knowledge in order for you to live. See, if you don't have the knowledge, you're basically just like the heathen. That's why they eat scorpions, man. Moab eating scorpions because they don't have knowledge, man. A man that's a homosexual, that man doesn't love himself. Because that's against nature, man. That means that you don't have knowledge about what you're supposed to be doing as a man or a woman. If you're a weirdo, chop off your rock. That means you don't have no natural common sense, man. Okay? Meaning you're not applying the scriptures. Because the scriptures tell you what you're supposed to be. A woman is a woman, a man is a man. The children are children. You're only supposed to have, saying how to deal with your marriage, how to deal with saying your woman, how to deal with your children, how to deal with your brothers. No, don't go and pop your brother's wife. Don't go and pop your dad's girlfriend or your dad's wife. You know what I mean? Don't uncover his nakedness. Don't sleep with your next to kin. All right? That's why you got so much retards out here. Because you got cousin Humphrey going on. You know, brother Humphrey going on, man. Especially amongst Esau, but Jake does it too. You know, they be messing with the mamas be having, you know, trios with their boyfriends, this and that, and all kind of nonsense, like the elders were talking about earlier. We was watching on the way up here, man. Jake is into a bunch of stupidity, and that's why they get jacked up the way they do, man. You know, they're sick, bro.
This is why the judgment has to come.
That's right. That's right.
Really, our people are a bunch of degenerates. You know, we're living in a degenerate society. You know,
it's a sinful generation.
You can get that how you become a degenerate fine unto it.
Yes, right. It's one of my favorite scriptures.
Yeah. Our people are nothing but a bunch of degenerates out there.
That's right here.
Yeah, come.
Jeremiah 2:21. Yet, I'm starting verse 20. Matter of fact, it says, "For old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou sayest, I will not transgress upon every high hill, and upon every green tree thou hast played the harlot. You see, yet I planted thee a noble vine, a holy right seed."
Yeah, noble vine, a holy right seed. We're supposed to be a holy vine, a right seed, which the word holy means separate. We're supposed to be separate from all these other nations. You know, we're supposed to be a holy people, keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments that our Lord told us to keep.
And we're supposed to be better than them.
Yeah. But, you know, here it is, the scripture's going to say it.
It says, how then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
That's right, a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me. That's what we become. That's what our people become, a bunch of degenerates. You know, they partake in degenerate behavior. You know?
That's right. And they don't see a problem with it, man. You know?
Yeah, they look at it as normal. Like, for example, you know, this homosexuality shit, you know? like here it is years ago, you know, when I was over, you know, saying over there by the comments, you know, we came out teaching. And, you know, here it is. These fucking dykes were just walking past me, and I was like, yeah, a woman and a woman don't go together. And they was like, yes, they do. You know, that's a prime example of our people being degenerates.
That's right.
Because they don't see nothing wrong with that. Which how the hell can a woman, you know, reproduce with another woman? That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Or a man reproducing with another man. That's not gonna happen. That's against nature.
Yeah, the Lord's not dealing with that, man. The Lord's not dealing with that. That's confusion. That's sickness, bro. This world, they don't see nothing wrong with two women getting together. Certain people, they see something wrong with two men, you know, but nobody has nothing to say about two women. That's wicked, bro. It don't matter how you slice it. Oh, you know, they're blah, blah, it's a phase. That shit's wicked, bro. That shit's an abomination. You know what abomination means? That's a detestable thing in the sight of the Most High. A detestable fucking thing. A low act. You see, the act of sex is supposed to be something spiritual. Even though it's a dirty act, it is, because you're defiled afterwards. You know, that's why you gotta go and take a shower and shit, you know? And you gotta, you know, because you sweat, you know, bodily discharge and shit. You know, the woman, when she on her period, she got blood all over the place, right? Especially even when she's a virgin, right? You break her hymen, she's bleeding all over you, man. So that's the act of sex itself is not a clean act, right? But yeah, like I was saying,
it's a law too. When after you have sex, you go, you know, take a shower.
There you go wash yourself.
Yeah, that's the law.
Matter of fact, when your seed comes up out of you, you're supposed to wash yourself, and you're unclean until the evening, because your seed is blood. Okay. In this world, they make everything filthy, bro. How could a woman laying down with many men? That's filthiness, man. A man dealing with another man's wife, that's filthiness. That's the land is polluted. A man going up in there, many men going up in there and leaving it, busting all kind of gallons of semen up in there. That's filthiness. That's why this would bring forth disease. A woman bringing different men up inside of her, man. You see?
Yeah, did you know that? Did you know it's scientifically proven that, you know, once a man discharges seeds in a woman, that his seed it remains in her?
Yeah, for many years.
Forever.
Yeah.
You know? And another thing too, you know, she ends up going through a metamorphosis.
That dude's spirit is in her, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why the woman's supposed to be only touched by one man.
That's right.
That's how it's supposed to go, because you see a lot of problems these women got, psychological issues.
Exactly.
It's because of all these men they've been with.
That's right.
Okay? Because of the men, it's a spiritual thing, it's having sex. They say, well, it's just sex, you know, it's just sex. You know, it's not just sex. Your ass is making a fucking blood, you exchanging bodily spirit, your spirits are fucking aligning and shit. That's why when a woman cheats on you, that's an ultimate disrespect, man. Because she letting some other dude put her vibration on her, man.
That's right.
You know? That's off. That's off. Okay?
But you see, the society allows that shit. You know, this is why there's so much confusion. This is why this place got to go. Because the devil, Esau Edom, you know, he allows this confusion to go on.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you put her to death, you know what I'm saying? Now you're doing life in prison.
Now you gotta go to prison.
You know, which is totally unrighteous.
That's an unrighteous decree.
You know?
Hey, if I may say real quick, just look at prove what we're saying is true. Just look at a woman that's young and untouched like that. She don't have so much bugged out demons as an older woman that's been pummeled by different men. You can just see the vibration on her is totally different.
Yeah, you can feel the vibe.
You can tell she's happy. You know what I'm saying? She's go-lucky. She got this glow on her face and shit. You know, young woman. Plus she's young and she hasn't been. You know what I'm saying? she hasn't gone through all that shit, right? You see an older woman, man, she done lost her, you know what I'm saying? She done lost that innocence about her, you know? She ain't got that innocence no more. She don't want to do certain things because she's been there and done that, man. She you know what I'm saying? She's, you know?
Yeah, she's defiled.
She's defiled, yeah.
That's why the scripture says, shouldn't her land be greatly polluted?
Greatly polluted.
You know, so, yeah, she's all defiled. You know, what are you gonna do what are you gonna do with a woman like that?
I got that right here for you, bro.
Yeah, come.
Jeremiah 3:1, it says, they say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, how does a woman become another man's? That man put his rod up in her, man. Okay? It says, and shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again to me, saith the Lord. And he's talking about the nation of Israel, right? Being polluted because we have many lovers, other nations, and other gods. But in the terms of a woman is polluted when she's defiled with other men's seed, other men's, you know what I'm saying? Other men has dealt with her. That's great pollution, and that's where you get all these diseases and shit from, emotional issues, heartbreaks, this and that, baggage, what they call baggage in the world, right? Because you know what I'm saying? You subjected yourself to another man's spirit. You see, your husband is supposed to be a righteous man, you know. That you know what I'm saying? Then that woman's gonna be whole, man. She's gonna be good. But if she's messing with Pookie and Ray Ray, she's messing with these monkeys in the world, what do you think she's gonna become? She's gonna become like Christian Rock and Blueface, you know. You seen Christian Rock before Blueface? She looked good. Now she looked like shit. You know? You see? See that? Says yeah. So you know that's the point on that. You know, us as a nation, we're supposed to be for our husband, just like the woman. She's supposed to be for her husband. That's it. Anything else other than that is confusion and wickedness. You know, the Lord said, "You shall have no other gods before me." Okay, so the same goes for the woman. You shall have no other husband. You shall have one husband. Because the man and the woman is completely different. A man can have many women. Why can a man have many women? Let's go into that. Why can a man have many women? The Most High set it up through the Spirit of the Lord, right, for us to have many women. Why? Because a woman don't put her vibration on you. You put your vibration on a woman. I can't get pregnant. The woman can get pregnant. You laying down with the woman, you can have 5 wives that can all bear your seed, right? But a woman can't do the same. She can only be pregnant once by one man at a time.
Yeah, you see this madness that's going on.
Yeah, they got women having multiple husbands.
I heard there's a woman has like 3 husbands.
3 husbands, yeah.
Like that's confusion right there. And this is what they're promoting. So now these women have it in their mind that they could have 3 husbands. Like what man in their right mind? You know, you gotta understand. This is how perverted and how wicked the society is.
That's a freakism.
You know what I'm saying? What man in their right mind would want to share a woman? There it is. You as a man, right? You know what I'm saying? You're sharing this one woman with another man. You know what I'm saying? That's disorder right there. That's disorderly conduct right there. But you see, that's how perverted and how wicked the society has become.
That's embarrassing, you know?
Because there it is, there's no order. Here it is amongst the pride of lions. You think another lion is going to want to share his lioness with another lion? Why you think the lion ends up killing the cubs of that previous lion that he killed, that he banishes out the pride? Because he doesn't want his seed. It's because of the seed. He doesn't want his bloodline taking over him.
There can only be one lion in the pride. There can only be one king of the jungle.
That's right. There's no room for 2 kings.
They can't both sit on the throne. Yeah.
Like here it is. You know, you have this woman. You know, there's no room for another man. Like it's just madness.
Madness, confusion, bro.
Confusion, but you know, this is the perversion and the wickedness of the society.
It's
place is wicked as all hell.
Yeah, it's a perverted ass kingdom. It's backwards, man. You know, the scripture say where lightness is darkness is as light. You know, they turn a good thing into a terrible, like the nuclear family. Oh, then now that's illegal. That's seen as something bad to have a nuclear family. You know, for there to be the mother, the father, the mother, the children. You know, they look at that as if it's some type of wickedness. You know, and if you push that. The natural family, you know, oh, you're a bigot, you're hateful, and love is love. That's bullshit, man. Okay, the man's supposed to have his woman, and they're supposed to bear the children. She's supposed to bear the children, and they're supposed to form a unit, man. And that's how the nation gets built up.
What did not happen?
That's how the nation gets built up. Okay, the nation gets built up. It don't get built up by most getting together.
You don't see that's Esau. He's trying to destroy the nucleus of the family. That's all a part of the New World Order. Because he doesn't want that structure. He doesn't want the structure of the family together. You know? Because, you know, he doesn't want the population to grow. It's all about population control.
To hoard up all the resources.
That's right.
Because the earth is more than big enough to house all the population and to give them their food and shit and raiment. But Esau, he'll lie to you and tell you, oh, we're running out of resources. The earth ain't big enough. It's not producing its strength. Why it's not producing its strength? Because you devil don't keep the last Sabbath. You disrespect the earth. You don't treat her as she's supposed to be treated. You're supposed to caress the earth like a woman. You're supposed to caress her ass. And get, you know what I'm saying? Take care of her. And she's going to bring forth the fruit. Which in this case would be the food.
You know, this is why the whole earth was born under the habit and dictation thereof. This is why the earth mourneth and languish because of you devils. That's right. Because you're not taking care of the earth. You know, you're destroying the earth. You know, you're destroying the earth with your chemtrails, with your fucking GMO food, genetically modified food. You know, you want to clone shit? We're eating cloned animals. You know, it's like nothing's not natural anymore.
They put chemicals in everything.
Yeah, you put chemicals in everything.
They make sure, like, you know how the meat is all red and shit. That sometimes the meat is supposed to really be looking brown-ish. You know, at a certain time because they stuff all this shit with they stuff it to keep it red, keep it looking fresh for months, bro. You know, sometimes you're not even eating. You think you're eating beef and you eating pork and shit. You know, you eating all kind of. A lot of times, you go to these different restaurant, fast food places. You actually eat fucking red meat. You know.
Well, they're mixing the meats
to make profit.
Yeah, they're mixing beef with pork. You know, all kind of shit. That's abominable. You're not supposed to be mixing meat.
Yeah, then they got this stuff called impossible food, impossible meat, which is like some synthetic bullshit, you know. Some of it is 3D printed. How you gonna 3D print a piece of meat? That's wickedness, bro. That's witchcraft, man.
You're supposed to take it amongst your flock, kill it that same day and eat it. Drain the blood, and eat it. That's natural.
And you know when you buy some stuff from the grocery store, it comes all with the blood in it and shit. You know, and you gotta fucked up, bro. Everything we eat, it says, say in Ezekiel 4, say we shall eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. You know? Everything we eat is defiled, bro. It's all genetically modified. Even the good stuff, so-called good stuff. The only ones that eat real food are the elites. They can afford it.
Yeah, they got flocks, they got herds.
They got herds, they got slaves to work it.
You know, they can kill it. You know, yeah, they'll kill whatever take whatever the flock, kill it the next day and eat it.
Yeah, they got personal chefs that prepare everything.
That's right.
You know,
it's killed that same day and then that's it.
Yeah, you niggas, you ain't got that luxury, man. You know, the best you could do is Whole Foods or Wegmans, and even that is, you know, even that's bullshit because nothing is really organic, bro, from the earth. It's all sprayed with pesticides and treated in a chemical lab. You know,
it's all genetically modified,
and it's all supervised by the FDA, which the FDA ain't nothing but the devil. They're the ones that told you that the vaccine was acceptable, that it was healthy. You know,
and they're the same ones that approved of that SIA. You know what I mean? They're the same ones that approved it years ago. So this thing is already on the books years in advance.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan.
So that they're approved of that microchip being implemented in humans. So you people, y'all just been duped. You know, y'all people out here, y'all been duped.
It's been approved for human trials.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all people out here, y'all been duped. Y'all been got. Y'all been played. You thought the U.S. government have you in their best interest when they don't. The only interest they have you in is you being more of a slave to them.
Yeah, you bringing in that money because everybody has a price, and that's according to the Constitution. You know. Binding contract, Esau works with binding agreements and contracts. Esau, what he does is that he has everything on the books, paperwork. I think when it came to the land of America, the so-called land of America was known as Arsworth in the Bible. All right, when they came in here, took the land, they did treaties, man, and they had to sign anything in paperwork. Okay, the Indians they said the Indians didn't have a right to this land because they didn't claim it in the courts. You know, so the Indians had to fight in the courts to hold certain lands and shit. Because the court, you gotta go to the court and this deed and this law and that law. You gotta have the paperwork. That's how Esau works. But then the paperwork, Esau, since he built the system, he flipped the system and he made it to where the so-called Native American had to move and be dispossessed of his land and shit, you know?
Well,
forcefully.
He made what? It was over 500 treaties.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
He broke every last one, you know? So this devil, he can't keep his word. And here it is, you're making them pay for land that's already theirs at the end of the day. How is it that you taking a land from another people and making them pay on that land which is already theirs? You see, so that's even double wickedness. You know, that's even double wickedness of this devil. This is why they call them the fourth tongue.
Yeah, he speaks with a fourth tongue.
Yeah, that's why the Native Americans said that. He speaks with a fourth tongue. It's true.
It says that the wicked are estranged from the womb in Psalm 58:3. So the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. You know, everything they say is a damn lie. You can't trust his word. He doesn't even uphold his own laws. He don't care about his own laws. The white man, the devil, he doesn't care about his laws.
He makes the rules, he breaks them.
He makes the rules and he
He
breaks
doesn't
them.
even follow after his own laws.
His decrees are wicked. You know, they're always in his favor. He writes the history. The scripture say history. They have a saying called "History is written by the victors." You know. So Esau won, so he's gonna write everything into his likeness. You know. Esau won on this side, but he's gonna lose eventually. Okay, but he sets everything up to his likeness. You know? That's why the Constitution got so much amendments to it. You know, because this devil keep changing shit. You know.
Yeah, that's why he has to make up another law. And then he has to make up another law to cover that, then another law, you know. Like, it's never ending with this thing. It's just like lying. You tell one lie, now you got to tell another lie to cover up that lie, then tell another lie to cover up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just a second drink was really big. I don't
That's right. Yeah, keep piling on lies, man. The scripture say he's the father of lies. You know, he's a murderer from the beginning and a liar. Because the first lie was told to Eve, you know, by Esau. Esau is continuing to lie to Eve to this day, and to lie to the people. You know, he's the father of lies. You know, because he learned from his daddy, the devil. You know, because they're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan on the earth, and Satan's job is to lie and to deceive and manipulate. The word manipulate means to control men. So you're manipulated through a lie. Okay? And who's manipulating you? The white man. Okay? Well, ultimately, Yahweh Shai, because we say that deceive are his. But he's using the white man to do it, to deceive you people. And you're falling right for the traps. Okay? You're falling right for the okie dokes, because you ain't that smart, especially people on this side. You ain't nothing but a bunch of jackasses. Okay? So that's the truth. Let's keep it real. You know, you niggas ain't on no level. Okay, you don't know what's going on. You don't have the knowledge. And if you're in knowledge in front of you, you reject it. You know? The word will be in front of you, you know, and you reject it because you hate the truth, you hate righteousness.
You hate the truth and righteousness.
Yep.
That's why it says here in
Right, he's not gonna be saved.
Yeah, Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 22, it reads, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge." See? "Turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make my words known unto you. Behold, I have called, and ye have refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regardeth." You know? So here it is, we're calling unto you. You know, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, is calling unto you, but you're refusing. And how is he doing this? He's doing this through the men of the Lord, you know. Us, you know, men of the Lord that are out there on the highways and byways, those in this road abroad. You know, we're out here, the Lord is out here stretching out his hand towards you, but you don't want to listen. You don't want to take heed. So when that time, you know, when that time of adversity and hell comes, which what we're going to go into right now, and so verse 25, "But ye have sat at not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I would also laugh at your calamity. I will mark when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. As the whirlwind, as a whirlwind when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I would not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, there would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat their own fruit of their own ways, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whosoever hearkens unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. So the Lord said he will mark when your fear cometh. You know? So the Lord is going to make fun of you when all these things come, because you didn't want to take heed.
And you made fun of him.
You know?
These people, they made fun of the Lord. They didn't take him seriously. They didn't take the Lord seriously when he was warning them and extending his hand as a peace offering, man. The Lord is trying to make a peace offering with you people, but you ain't gonna accept it. So the Lord gonna kill your fucking ass as a sign that you disrespect him. You know?
And the Lord gonna kill you.
The Lord gonna get you, man.
Been out here for many years now. You know, the head apostle been out here for, the head apostle, the head apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Tahar, been out here for over 4 decades now. You know, doing this work.
Yeah, almost, man.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, 2025 will be 44 years, man. Of the elder doing the work, man. And then you got all the rest of them brothers underneath.
That's right. You know, all the rest of the head apostles, elder apostles. Over 30 years.
That's right. Then you got brothers before and then brothers after, man. You know, that's the ministry of the prophets. All of which the Lord sent forth to warn the people.
That's right.
All over the world. You can't just say, oh, they were one city. Nah, they're all over the world, bro. The prophets.
Yeah, all over the world.
Even outside of Babylon.
That's right.
And they're out there kicking his word, man, telling the people, and the response that your people are giving is not a good one. You know, you niggas are not receiving. You're not receiving the. You know what I'm saying? You're not receiving the message. Only the elect is receiving it. Take a heed, and take a heed to the trumpet, to the warning. The scriptures say that I shall liken this generation as fellows calling to the market. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. I'm going to go grab it. Hosea 12:10, it says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitude by the ministry of the prophets. The Lord's doing this by way of the ministry of the prophets. It says in Matthew 11:16, but whereunto shall I liken the generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets, calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, but ye have not danced. And we have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Right? We piped unto you, but you have not danced, because here it is, we're playing a new song, which is the music. You're not dancing, but you're dancing to the tune of the devil. You're dancing to trap music. You're dancing to Christianity. You're dancing to the beat of the so-called white man's drum. You're not dancing to the beat of the Most High. You know, to the sound that's being played, which is this music, which is the gospel being brought forth. Okay, and for that very same reason is why you're going to be destroyed. Okay, because you're not accepting the Lord's invitation. You know, for the majority of you, right, into His sanctuary, into His wedding. You know. Matter of fact, it says in Revelation 22, real quick. It says, "For without our dogs and sorcerers," you know. Revelation 22. Verse verse 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as what his work shall be. I'm the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. You see? So without this truth, without the commandments of the Lord, without the knowledge, you're like a dog and a sorcerer and a whoremonger and a murderer and an idolater. You're completely wicked. You know? We need, bro, we need Yahushua. We need this truth, bro. Because we ain't shit. Without the Lord, we ain't shit, bro. You know? We're low. You know? That's why the scripture say pride is hateful before men. Jake is proud as all fuck, bro. Our people are proud as hell. You know? They think they don't need the Most High. They don't need the Most High. You're going to see how much you need the Most High. Okay? Fucking niggas.
They overpass the deeds of the wicked.
Yeah, they wax this. Yeah, the scripture says just run wax fat and kick. Right? Jake continue to wax fat and kick against the Most High. They kick against the pricks. You know? They're against the right way, man. You know? How many times the Lord said, "Oh Jerusalem, thou restorest the prophets." That's what killeth the prophets. Those who sent on to you to help you. Your ass want to reject and kill and stone and but let a wicked ass nigga come in there and you're gonna listen to him. You're gonna listen to fucking nigga in a 3-piece suit. You're gonna listen to Esau. You're gonna listen to fucking false prophets and wicked leaders because you're wicked and you need to be dealt with. Okay. But only the remnant is going to take the heed to this word and follow the voice of the Lord. Okay? Because when the Lord speaks, when we speak, the Lord is speaking, really. Because it says in 1 Peter 4:11, if any man speaks, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. So that voice is going forth, and that's that word that's going forth unto the people, no matter if they listen or whether they don't. Because the scripture says in Psalm 19, the line is going forth throughout the whole earth. Their words have gone to the ends of the earth. There's no speech and no tongue where their word is not heard. Which our word is not our own word, it's the word of the Lord. Okay? That's going forth, and it shall not return unto the Lord void. Isaiah 55:11. You know? The word of the Lord is going to be accomplished, man. It's gonna go forth. It's gonna prosper into what the Lord sent it to. You know? So it don't matter what you niggas do if you believe it or not. It's going to say in Romans 3:3. You know, so their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect. The Most High forbid. For the Most High is true. Let the Most High be true and every man a liar. You know? We know America's Babylon. We know that we're the Israelites. We know what tribes we come from. Most of us, you know. Okay? We know that the white man's the devil. We know the prophecies are true. We know that the UFOs are the chariots of the Most High God. Okay? We know this information. We're really teaching it for you. Well, we don't need you know what I'm saying? We don't need we're not here to just hear ourselves talk. You know? That's right. We're really doing this so your ass can get it. So you can be fed. You know?
But the thing is, you're not going to get it. Because it's only for the elect. You know? We're only out here for the elect. You know? Only the elect is going to receive this word. Because Scripture says the election have attained it, but the rest were blinded.
The undesirables. 7. Yeah.
That is. I was looking at it. That says. Romans 11:7, and it reads, "What then? Israel have not obtained which he seeketh for the election have obtained it, but the rest were blinded." See, the election have attained this, but the rest were blinded. You know. So it's only the elect that's gonna really get this word. You know. And 2/3, you're just gonna perish. You know, you're gonna have to die on this side and get it on the other side. But for the time being, you know, we still gotta come out here and warn you. You know, we still gotta come out here to tell you what's about to come down the pipe, which great tribulation and evil and destruction. That's what's coming down the tubes. You know, so whether you hear or forbear, you know, it's up to you. Because once you hear this word and you don't take heed, then that blood is washed off of our hands. You know what I mean? Your blood is washed off of our hands. Because you didn't take the warning and you didn't take heed to the warning. You know, we come out here to warn you. This is what we come out here to do, to tell you what's about to come down the pipe. Get that piece. All right, so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which thou shalt put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper," which is this Bible. "For they are faithful and true. Fear none of the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." You see, so wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. You know, all you see in this earth is nothing but wickedness. You know, evil. You know, this is what you see: homosexuality. You know, bestiality. You know, incest. You know, all this wickedness that you see. You know, and it's polluted the whole earth. So the Lord said He's going to bring those plagues. You know, the sword, the famine, the pestilences. You know, this is what's coming upon the earth. This is what's coming down the pipe. And this is what we've been warning about. You know, so it'll be in your best interest to take heed to what's coming down. See, so we don't care about your unbelief. If you don't believe that these things are going to happen, we don't care. Because the scripture says the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are faithful and true. How do we know this? You know, how do we know that the word of the Lord of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is faithful and true? Because look at what took place. Look at what happened to us as a nation. You know? Look at what happened to us as a nation, you know, when we disobeyed and when we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord said that all these curses will come upon us and overtake us. So all these curses had came upon us. You know, us coming here in cargo slave ships, you know, us being struck with madness, you know, all these curses. Because these curses fits you so-called Negroes and you Latin tribes, and you Native and Seminole Indians. we are those people that fit these prophecies. No other nation fit these prophecies but us. You know? So this is how we know that the word of the Lord is faithful and true. So if you try to tell us otherwise, we could confound you by the word of the Lord here. You know?
Yeah, like Adam Abbey said, confounded! Confounded! Edith might have come up, they'll bring out a couple of scriptures. Hey, confounded! He's confounded! Which is easy. You people are easy work, man. You don't know the scriptures. You know? It's easy work, bro.
That's right. We could confound you with the scriptures. Easy work. You know? Yeah, so you can't come up here and tell us otherwise. Because we got the word of the Lord. We got the scriptures to confound you.
You can't convince us of anything else.
That's right. You can't teach the professor.
You cannot teach the professor.
That's right.
We're the professors, man. The people are there, the teachers, the students.
That's right.
They must learn of the ways of the Lord in order to be delivered. You see, because the people, they don't see no profit in this truth. They don't think that's profitable, but it's really the most profitable thing that's out there in the world. It's the most profitable thing you can be involved in. But you see, they're looking at how to start a business and shit. How to be this and that, you know. Them the kind of niggas that they listen to. Real estate agent, fitness trainers, relationship gurus and shit. Yet, the true knowledge and wisdom and understanding, yet that's not seen as a valuable thing. That's seen like, you know, oh, that's bullshit. You know? Well, I'm not making any money off of that, so that shit don't matter. It's not helping to feed me. Well, it's helping to save your fucking soul, you know? In it, like they say in English. Yeah, he said James 1:21, receive with meekness, then grab the word which is able to save your souls. So who you receiving it from? You see, because you see us as we ain't shit, we don't matter. Okay? But a nigga in the world, he teach you how to be a damn millionaire. That's something to value. You see? Because you niggas got your priorities out of whack. You prioritize this world over the Most High God and the world to come. Because the world to come is really going to be the ultimate world where we're going to live forever. In this fucking place, your ass can only live for so long and then drop dead of a disease. Look at Jamie Foxx. This nigga got the whole world. But look at his health.
Yeah, look at his health.
This nigga ain't got shit, and now he's about to die without being right with the Most High. Okay? You know? This guy don't know the Lord. He ain't teaching the truth. He ain't repent to the Most High. Now he's on his deathbed. And what he's gonna do, all that money ain't gonna fucking save his ass. And he ain't gonna be able to take it with him.
Yeah.
Okay? All that money and success. So what the fuck really is success? Because that guy is not saving his ass. You know? That money ain't saving him, he's about to die. Watch.
So the Lord said, woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
That's right.
You know? So the Lord, so once you sell out, you know, pretty much he sold out. Pretty much he sold his soul. And how did we know that he sold his soul? Because how you tell is because he had to put on a dress. You know, he ended up putting on that dress.
He was promoting jab.
That's right.
You don't get to be a big name Hollywood star without selling out.
That's right. You gotta wear a dress. You gotta act like a woman. Act all effeminate. So that's why the scripture says, what shall it profit a man that he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? You gain the world, but your ass, you got no soul left, like Dracula. Yeah. Because you niggas have sucked the blood of the serpent. That's why when Yahweh Shai, when he was on the earth, and when he was talking to the rich young ruler, you know, to the rich dude, And he said that he kept all the commandments and everything, did what's right. And then when the Lord Yahweh challenged him, he said, if thou be perfect, go and sell all you have and give to the poor and come follow me. But he couldn't do it. You know, he didn't want to live that. He didn't want to live that life. You know,
He wasn't built like that.
yeah, he wasn't built like that.
They said he walked away sorrowful, for he had great possessions.
Yeah, he didn't want to lose all those possessions that he had.
That's why the Lord didn't give us shit, so we didn't have nothing to walk away from. You see? That's how the Lord works. He didn't give us shit, because if we had something, we would have still been clinging on to that, like the world.
That's right.
You know? This
That's
is
why most of us, you know, we came in this thing young.
yeah.
We really didn't have anything. We, you know, that's how we came in this truth. We came in the word and the knowledge as young men. You know, you really don't have nothing when you're a young man. And then you get built up in the spirit. That's how you get built up in the spirit. As a young man.
That's right.
Because when you're young, you're like a sponge. You know what I'm saying? You absorb all of that stuff.
They got all the energy.
Yeah, that's right. No offense to any the older brothers, you know, that came in when they were old. But really, the Lord wants you when you're a young man, when you're at your best, you know.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 12 chapter. The Lord, see that creator in the days of thy youth.
That's right.
Seek him while the evil days draw not nigh. You know? Supposed to seek him early, man. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Most of the time, most brothers came in young, like brothers say, yeah. You know, because that's when the Lord really needs you to do the work.
That's right. You really don't have it. You know, you're not really.
You're not held back by fucking obligations and shit, or by money and business and shit. The Lord ain't dealing with rich people.
Or your houses.
Your business.
Because eventually, when you start losing all of that, that's when you get weak in the faith. But when you really don't have anything, you know what I'm saying, and you come into this truth, you get built up, you know. That's how you really get grounded in this word. You know, you start to build yourself up, you know, you start to use the tools, learn how to use the tools, praying, and all of that. You start to take heed. But that's the best time to do it. Because it's like this, you shake a brother, you know, that's how you create your foundation. But then again, you know, you get shaken, you know, you shake a brother, you know, until eventually he ends up falling out of the truth.
Yeah, that means he wasn't of the elect.
Yeah, that's right.
Because the elect is going to endure, bro. The elect is going to endure.
Yeah, I still like that concept. Shit. You know, until eventually he falls out of the truth. Take another brother, shake that brother. Like, no matter how hard or how much you shake him, you know, you just know, that brother, you know, chances are he's of the elect.
Can't be moved.
That's right, he can't be moved.
Can't be moved. He's solid as stone. Because he built his house upon the rock.
That's right.
You know? Proper house is built upon cement.
That's right.
It's built out the rock. You see the houses that are built out the rock? It's just don't move. They're stable on the ground.
That's right.
You know? You built your house upon the sand and the beach. The wave gonna come and beat on it, and the house gonna be no more.
That's right. The wave is gonna wash it away.
Yeah, that tidal wave.
Yeah, that storm.
Come and beat upon that house. your ass is gonna lose your house.
And what was that tree that you talked about?
Oh, the mighty tree?
The Michael tree?
Oh, no. You talking about the redwood tree?
Yeah, the werewolf tree.
Yeah, the redwood tree. Yeah, massive. You see the fucking roots on that shit? The people stood in front of the tree and they took like 100 people to go around the tree. And it was deeply rooted into the earth.
Yeah, you know that tree ain't gonna move. That shit ain't going nowhere. You know,
It's going nowhere.
yeah, that's how your faith should be in this tree. Boys, it's like that tree. Boys,
Got it. There. Jack.
that's how your faith should be.
Oh, when you go into the tree and its roots, see, the reason why it grows so big is because it's very deeply rooted in the earth and it gets all the nutrients.
That's
So
right.
it's able to grow to that size. They said that it's tall as a skyscraper, man. It's very tall, bro. Trees be tall as skyscrapers, bro.
Yeah, just like that Chinese bamboo tree.
Yep, you know. And that's good wood right there.
Yeah.
That'll last, not like this timber shit. That would be going out there, yeah. We're talking about proper wood. That's why it's illegal to cut them things down.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, they're like hundreds of years old. You know? And they're preserved out there in the national, in the rainforest and shit.
That's right, like that Chinese bamboo tree. The reason why it takes that long to grow is because the rooting. Because it's developing the roots. Because the most important part of the tree is its roots. You know? So once the roots get developed and it's deeply rooted into the earth, now it's able to grow out of the earth and grow that tall. You know what I'm saying? What, 90 feet tall, that the Chinese bamboo tree? It grows 90 feet tall within 5 weeks. Why is it able to grow that high? It's because of the roots, that it has in the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like these little trees, these are bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? These they're like, they provide a little bit of oxygen and shit like that, a little shade, but if you took the wood from these trees, they wouldn't be really worth shit.
That's right.
And this tree's not that deeply rooted in there, It's like kind of loose.
Yeah.
But you go up there in the rainforest and then you see the redwood trees, so on and so forth. They're thick, bro. Thick as hell. It take your ass a long time to cut that thing down.
That's right.
If you even could, you didn't have to bring in special equipment. You can't cut that. A man can cut that thing if he's strong enough and skilled enough with an axe or a chainsaw.
That's right.
Pretty easily. But a redwood tree, you can't do that. It's gonna take your ass centuries, man. Cutting through that motherfucker. Because it's powerful, man. And that's why the Lord described us as trees, man. Because we're
powerful.
The tree must be rooted, and that's you. As you must be rooted. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see where he cometh. But her leaves shall be green, and shall be not careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. So that's those who fear the Lord, who put their trust in the Lord. It says that you shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and your leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, and you shall never cease from yielding fruit. Chapter 3, verse 10. It says, and now also know also this. It's like now also the axe is laid onto the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. So if you're not bringing forth fruit, your ass is a tree that's going to be hewn down and cast into the fire. And that brings to mind that movie, the second Lord of the Rings, where the trees was getting tossed in the fire. But the real trees, they would fight back. They was fighting back. There was crushing Saruman. Saruman, the so-called white man, the devil, Saruman, he let like a cascade of water fall down, and the trees sucked down on the earth and started to they couldn't move it, you know. That big ass tidal wave came down from the mountains, and the trees were real rooted and shit, you know. And Mary and Pippa were riding on the tree, and they were talking and shit to the tree. The trees were talking, you know. You gotta watch that. But the movies are spiritual. The third one's called The Return of the King. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. And when Gandalf was talking to what's this guy called? Viggo Mortensen. He played Aragorn. He said, "Look towards the east, man, for your Redeemer shall come." And that's in the scriptures.
That's right.
And the light came from the east, and that was the reinforcements, and that was the cavalry.
That's right.
You see, so the cavalry is going to come in form of the angels, because the Lord told us to look towards the east.
That's right. Now also pray facing the east too.
Pray facing the east.
Because that's where the Lord is going to be. It's going to come from the east, from the rising of the sun. Because the sun rises in the east.
Yeah, it sets on the west.
That's right. It sets on the west.
Yeah, so the sun is setting on the west. You know, so the sun is setting on this place.
That's right. Because where are we? We're in the Western Hemisphere.
That's right.
We're in the Western Hemisphere. So this is where Esau's kingdom is setting. The sun is setting on this place. You know, it's spiritual too. You know, that's how spiritual this thing is. Because the sun is going to rise in the east, which our land is in the east, you know. Our land, our place is in the east, the Middle East. And here it is, we're in the west where the sun is going to set. Because this place is never going to be inhabited again. Once America gets destroyed by the missiles and the chariots, this place will never be inhabited again. You know? Let me get there real quick. So Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard. I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver as gold. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash their young men into pieces, and they shall have no pity upon the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited again, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pit their tents there, neither shall the shepherd make their fold there. But wild beasts of the deserts shall lie there, and their houses shall be filled with doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and the stray shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. See, so when this place gets destroyed, it's not going to be inhabited. You know, you know, all that's going to be here is nothing but doleful creatures. You know, the owl, the stray, all of that. That's going to be their habitation here. But mankind is not going to dwell here no more. You know. And we already know that it's not talking about Babylon over there in the east because you already have people living over there.
That's right.
It's talking about here in the west. Because after this shit gets destroyed, you know, nobody's gonna dwell here. Mankind is not gonna dwell on this land no more. Because this land is gonna be left as a memorial, not to fuck with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and His people, or not to disobey the law, statutes, and commandments.
There's gonna be a testimony, a monument, basically like a remembrance of wickedness. What happens?
Right.
When a kingdom is wicked,
That's right.
and when you mess with the Most High's people.
That's right.
Yeah. Spiritual. You know, they showed you that in that movie, The Planet of the Apes. You know, America was like the no man's land. It was like forbidden zone. You know, and Charlton Heston at the end of the movie, you know, he seen like the Statue of Liberty, like the last bit of it. You know, and they seen it was like a whole desert, but basically like the planet had been taken over by apes. You know, and basically they're taking shots at you niggas. You know, the Israelites. You know, basically saying like the world was taken over by us.
Yep.
Because we're supposed to be like the apes, you know what I mean? And Esau's supposed to be like the civilized life.
That's right.
There's a lot of subliminals in these movies, man. You gotta watch things with spiritual eye, you know? Because they tell you what's about to happen. They let you know, you know, what time we're in. That's right.
You know, that's talking about America.
That's right.
You know, these songs too.
These songs, yeah.
Yeah, because if you notice too, the name of that group was called America. You know, because that's the future of America. You know, this nothing but desert. You know, 100% desert,
100% wasteland.
wasteland, the land of the forsaken.
And that's the only thing that's left for this place, man. Okay? It's gonna say we would heal Babylon, but she's not here, man. You can't heal this place. This place is sick.
Yeah, this place is more than sick.
This place is destroyed, man. And these people are destroyed. You know? This is a low land.
Yeah, that's real.
America as a social experiment has been a failure. You know, they call it the American experiment.
Yeah, the American.
America is one big ass experiment that has not prospered, man.
Yeah, the American nightmare. That's what it is.
Well, it's prospered in terms of money, but in terms of as being a solid country that works right and that is a nice place to live with quality of life, America's not that. America's a hellhole. Oh shit! You see that? You see that? Hey, but going back to that movie, The Lord of the Rings, we got to touch on another point. Gandalf, and one of the scenes, the first one, I don't know why the spirit got me talking about that, but Gandalf proves reincarnation too. Gandalf dies. First is Gandalf the Great, but then he comes back as Gandalf the White, pure. You know? Pure. And he fights the devil. He's always fighting the devil. You know. And one of the scenes, man, you know, and they're in the mines of Moria, and here it is. The devil's coming to like horned beast and shit, coming to attack them, and he fights him to the death. And he said, "You shall not pass." He said, "You shall not pass." Well, that's that guy Ian McClellan. He ain't nothing but a jig. That's an Israelite right there. You know, he's like, "You shall not pass." Even the guy that played Frodo, man, he's an Israelite too.
Yeah, McClellan.
Yeah, Ian McClellan. He played Magneto too.
Yeah.
They say you Homo sapiens and your gun.
That's right. You know, they was going into it. The word Mecca, because it comes from Ireland.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Forgot what. I think it means son or something like that. Yeah, the elders were going into it. You know what I'm saying? Going into the name Mecca.
Oh, they're talking about Magneto?
Yeah. No. You know,
Oh,
Yeah,
Mecca.
Black, yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, the name.
Yep. That's an Israelite right there. You know, even though he looked like a white man, but you can tell by his spirit, man.
That's right.
Spirit is the spirit of a righteous man. You know, even though they're in Hollywood and shit, but you can see it. You know? But yeah, Jamie Foxx about to die. that's the fate. That's what happens when you sell out, man. You know, that's gonna be the fate of most of you people, man. Because you took that stabbing jab and you're saying you continuing in.
Well, if he does, you won't be surprised.
You won't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised.
A lot of people starting to drop dead. You know what I'm saying? This year. Beginning of this year, shit, mad people started dropping dead. A lot of people.
Yeah, young too.
Young.
Showing you the Lord's not a respecter of persons.
You know what I'm saying? So it's only going to get worse, you know? Because we've been talking about this from the head apostles of GMS on down, you know? We've been talking about a lot of people are going to start dropping dead, you know? And, through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying, it has come to pass, you know? Like, for example, you know, through the Spirit, the power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you know, from the head apostles on down, we said that a lot of you niggas are going to start to be killed by these so-called white people, you know, by these cops and by, like that chick that got choked out by that military dude.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and here it is, he's getting a pass. They're giving him a pass. And that goes into the scriptures that it says whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Because here it is, he's saying that, it was self-defense. But let it Jake choke out an Edomite. 100 years in prison. 100 years in prison. And they'll say, self-defense. They don't give a fuck.
We gotta lock them up immediately, you know. But they don't have the same energy for these devils because this is their kingdom. But pretty soon, you know, the table's gonna turn, and we're gonna get the right to rule, which is our rule is gonna be righteous.
That's right. You know, because ultimately in our kingdom, you know, like we always say, you know, a rat's life is gonna be more important than an Edomite's life.
All you devils really gonna do is work and then rest on the Sabbath. Just work and work and work some more. We're gonna beat you. We're gonna beat you to the point where, you know, what I'm saying, we ain't gonna really have to beat you that much because you're gonna be in order.
That's right.
But we're gonna have to beat you into submission first. You know, but we're gonna keep you in good shape though, so you can work. You know,
work. Yeah, you're gonna be working, man. And you're gonna work hard too. You're gonna work long days. Ain't gonna be no rest. The only rest you're gonna get is on the Sabbath. You know? And it's gonna be a long Sabbath too. Because our days are gonna be long. You know, you're gonna desire, you're gonna you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna desire and hope. Say, I can't wait till the Sabbath. just like in this society, you know, when we work, we can't wait till Friday, you know,
to the weekend.
To the weekend, you know, because it's hell, you know what I'm saying, going to work, having to bust your ass, you know what I'm saying, and shit, you know, and we drag the day to that day comes Friday, which, you know, the weekend is just coming like that now, you know. Next thing you know, you close your eyes, you're on this. It's the weekend already. But it's not going to be like that in the kingdom, though, because our days are going to be long. Our days are going to be long, you know.
that's right.
Because really, you know, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's making the time fast. You know, he's speeding up the time. And in the process of the Lord speeding up the time, he's turning the heat up. You know what I'm saying? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is turning that heat up. And really, he's going to really turn the heat up all the way. You know?
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
Beginning of sorrows.
Because by the you know, Jake over there on the borders, you know, coming from, you know, South America, you know, and this devil just letting them in, that's the Most High turning the heat up, you know what I'm saying? Along with many other things, the wars over there, you know. You see how these wars over there in Israel, they're intensifying over there, you know.
Yeah, the tension.
The tension, you know.
Yeah, everybody wants them out of Palestine and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody likes you so-called JJs, man.
Yeah, so this is why this war is intensifying over there. Because the Most High, he's turning the heat up. You know, he's turning that heat up a notch, you know. Every time a year passes, the Lord turns the heat up a notch. You know, the Heavenly Father, he turns the heat up a notch. To the point where he turns it up all the way, you know. So the Lord is doing a marvelous work right now. He's turning the heat up.
Gradually.
Gradually.
So this is where
Oh, really?
yeah, because
Oh yeah, you got anything else on there?
I was just gonna ask you you see the whole city? Yeah, it says 2 16 and 17. It says, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
That's why the Lord said, Ezra, you know. Yeah, he saw it, you know what I'm saying? He saw what was going down, you know what I'm saying? This is why he said, woe is me, because he know that he will be here in these times, which he's here in these times right now. And we just don't know who he is, you know, in the spirit. You know, we just don't know who he is, but he's here in these times, you know. So this is why he said, woe is me, who should deliver me in those days?
Yeah, it says, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Yeah, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and the beginning of sorrows and great death, you know, because there's going to be great death in these cities. Especially in these cities. There's going to be piles of dead bodies in these streets. You know? So there's going to be a lot of dead bodies, you know, in the streets.
Yeah, the stink of the carcasses, man.
That's right. You know, these streets, these cities ain't going to be habitable in that day. These cities are going to be unfit for human inhabitation. You see, I Am Legend. You know what I'm saying? When Will Smith was going throughout the city and nobody was there, you know what I'm saying? It was all deserted and shit. That's how these cities gonna be.
It was just him and the dog.
Him and the dog, yeah. You just see wild beasts just running rampantly. Because these cities ain't gonna be inhabitable in that day. You're gonna have to go out in the country. You're gonna have to go out in the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. It says, the beginning of wars and powers, the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
That's right, the evils, because there's gonna be great evils that are coming. You know? Every year that passes is just more evil, you know? You see more evil.
That keeps intensifying. Things keep getting worse and worse.
That's right.
But yeah, you niggas, you don't see it. You people don't see it, man.
Because it hasn't hit home yet. It hasn't hit you yet. You know what I mean? It hasn't hit you to a point yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not affecting you yet. But when they start shutting down, you know what I'm saying, these when there's no food, these grocery stores and all of that, they shut the EMP, you know? When you can't fucking turn on your faucet and you can't take a bath, you can't wash your ass, you know, you can't drive your car, you know, you can't use your resources, and that's when you're gonna get it. And then that's when you're gonna start seeking for the men of the Lord in that day, but you ain't gonna find us. It's like the brother said earlier, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, is gonna hide his men in that day. That's right. We're gonna be hidden. You know, you ain't gonna be able to find us in that day. Because by the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua hiding us, you know what I'm saying, that's the Most High closing his mouth, you know? Because we're vessels of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua that he's using to bring out the word, to bring out the warning to you.
Yeah, that's correct.
So that's the Most High taking back his hand in that day when he hides his men.
Yeah, and the time of folly and madness is gonna be over, man.
That's right.
The age of men shall return. The age of the Israelite man.
The age of the Israelite man, yeah.
You know, like going back to the Lord of the Rings, man. He said the order came, you know. He said the age of the man is finished. The age of the orc has begun. You know? So so the age of Esau is over, man. It says in 2 Ezra 6:9. So the Esau at the end of the world and Jacob at the beginning of it that followed.
Yeah, the time of Israel has come. The time of our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, the nation of Israel, Yasha Allah, the Prince of Power, is going to take reign and rule this earth in righteousness, how it should be.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, that's how it should be. Right, you know? That's right. Yeah. So with that, you know, we're going to give all praises and glories due to his Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kwakadash, the largest the apostles of the great millstone that show Shalom to Yahakim out there all around the world, pushing his word, north and his word abroad. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Kadam, Kwam Yasha Allah, and Abba Babal.